Business owners, do not screw yourself over by not knowing these due dates. Now, let's start off with quarterly estimated tax payments. Who has to pay this? If you are expecting to owe at least $1,000 or more, you must make estimated tax payments. And for the most part, estimated tax payments applies to LLC owners, freelancers, and self-employed business owners. And why do you want to make estimated tax payments? To avoid penalties, because nobody wants to pay penalties on taxes. Now, when are these estimated tax payments due? They're quarterly, correct? So there's 4 dates that you need to know. The first quarter estimated tax payment is due at the end of tax season, April 15th. Quarter two, June 15th. Quarter three, September 15th. And then quarter four is January 15th of the prior year. Now, outside of estimated tax payments, of course, there's other due dates that are very important for you to know. When to file your taxes. And not all business entities file at the same time. For instance, April 15th is for individuals who work at W-2 employee jobs. But since we're talking about business owners, what business owners have to file by April 15th? Sole proprietorships and LLC owners, but not all LLC owners. Single member LLC owners must file by April 15th. And if you are going to miss that filing date or expect yourself to miss that date, you must file an extension. When you file an extension, that pushes your due date all the way back to October 15th, which gives you an extra 6 months to gather all your information to file on time. And why do you want to do that? So you don't get hit with penalties, because that is the final due date for taxes. If you file after that, then you're going to start getting hit with some penalties. So let's go over those right now. If you fail to file by October 15th, you get hit with a failure to file penalty, which is 5% per month of the unpaid taxes that you owe. And that's up to 25%. Now, let's say you did file, but you're not paying. Then you're going to get hit with a failure to pay penalty, which is 0.5% of the unpaid taxes. And that's per month as well. Now, the IRS isn't going to let you off so easily, because, of course, you're going to get hit with what? Interest charges. And the IRS hits you with an interest charge daily until those taxes are paid in full. Now, here's a tax tip I got for you. If you know you can't afford to pay, I highly recommend you still file, because I would rather you have to pay 0.5% in unpaid taxes than having to pay 5% in unpaid taxes and then incur all those interest charges as well. Now, we talked about April 15th, we talked about October 15th, we talked about quarterly estimated tax payments, but we're still missing something, correct? We haven't talked about all the different types of business entities that there are. We only spoke about LLC, single member LLCs, and sole proprietors. But what happened to the corporations? Corporations, when do you need to file? Your due date is March 15th. And not only corporations, multi-member LLCs must file by that date as well. Now, if you can't file by that date, just like everyone who has to file by April 15th, you can file an extension as well. But your extension due date is not October 15th. It'll be September 15th, because just like everybody who files by April 15th, you get 6 months. And obviously 6 months from March is September. So if you expect to miss that due date of March 15th, file that extension so you're not getting hit with failure to file and getting hit with those interest charges. Now, real quick, let's go over some other very important due dates. January 31st. What is that? That's when business owners must send out all W-2s and all 1099s to their employees and contractors. If you as a business owner paid $600+ to a contractor, you must send a 1099 NEC. And if you have employees, you obviously have to send out those W-2s. Now, before you flood my DM saying, but Ricky, what if I can't afford to pay my tax bill? That is okay. A lot of people aren't able to pay their tax bill in full. But luckily for you, the IRS accepts payment plans, and very affordable payment plans. They're not going to try to violate you and say, oh, you got to pay us $2,000 a month of your unpaid taxes. No, they will work with you. But what you don't want to do is ignore them. So set up a payment plan with the IRS. And you can do that just by applying on irs.gov, because the IRS will allow you to pay that over time. Now, here's another pro tip. Select currently, not collectible status. Because if you can't afford to pay, the IRS may pause the collection. Another thing you could do is offer a compromise. Because if you qualify, the IRS may settle for a lower amount. And if you are a business owner, what you should do is check for more business deductions. Get yourself a good accountant or a good tax strategist because they might be able to assist you in finding some write offs that you may have missed. So, again, do not miss these tax dates because you don't want to pay penalties and interest charges. Now, if you are a business owner or a content creator looking for professional tax help, make sure you click the link in my bio to become a client. My name is Ricky, co founder of Ricky Nicky Accounting Services. And what we do here is make taxes very easy to figure out. So, give us a follow to stay up to date and to get your taxes right.